baseline in a long time as a hit comes, and it should stay in bounds, and it does.
The serve, dug out by Bishop. This to the middle, and slamming one home.
Serves over, dug out by Brodzinski. Jones now an attack by Dylan Miller, killed good.
And free ball to the crossover. Eilertson will get the pass for Hawley, set up left side. Rusted down with the kill.
Set it up, Bostena left side. Big kill blocked at the net. Kept alive by the Greyhounds.
So Jones setting across court. Here's Sip with a right-handed kill. The attempt is in.
And a serve goes to Kiera Johnson, a libero, but mishandles it. It's an ace.
Jensen Richmond to Crockett. Crockett able to get it over. This one comes to the middle again. Culp gets the kill.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good evening from West Fargo High School at CDC Volleyball tonight from West Fargo as the Packers host the West Fargo Horace Hawks in the first ever meeting between these two teams on the varsity hard court. And a pleasant good Thursday evening again. I'm Chase Miller. Reggie Funk is handling the camera. And coming up on our pregame show, we'll take a look at the early EDC standings, what happened earlier this week across the conference, and also preview what's to come for both of these squads and this weekend. The West Fargo Packers, under the guidance of Kelsey Titus, new head coach this year, a new varsity, junior varsity, and C squad coaching staff this year for the Packers after Kelsey Gibbons, after 5+ seasons, decided to move on to other opportunities. So the West Fargo Packers, again, under the guidance of Kelsey Titus, who last 4 or 5 years wasn't part of volleyball, but she was an assistant at the University of Jamestown about 5 years ago, and she was there in the Buffalo City with the Jimmies for 7 years. The Packers, 3 wins, 5 losses on the season, 0-1 in conference play. Gone is the Senior Athlete of the Year and EDC Senior Athlete of the Year, Nadia Fiakuski. She graduated and went to Division I Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Alexis Olson, Mary Schnell, and then we mentioned again Kelsey Gibbons gone as well. Back is second-team All-Stater and the younger sister of Nadia, that is Raina Fiakuski, who is a freshman this season. For the West Fargo Horace Hawks, there is 0 seniors on this program. That's the same for football and going to be the same for girls and boys basketball coming up later in the winter season, just like Fargo Davies and just like West Fargo Cheyenne before them. They have split. They've gone through their freshman, they've gone through sophomore, and now they're at the varsity level here. And the Horace Hawks, under the guidance of Hadley Steffen, 3 wins, 4 losses on the season, 1-0 in conference play. They won their home opener on Tuesday night against the West Fargo Packers. Hadley Steffen also was part of the West Fargo program for the last couple years and the JV coach. So she goes from the JV coach of the Packers to now the head coach for the West Fargo Horace Hawks. Take a look at both these teams and what happened on Tuesday in their conference openers. For the West Fargo Horace Hawks, a 3-0 win over the Wahpeton Huskies in a straight set sweep, 25-22, 25-10, and 25-9 for the Horace Hawks. Now for the West Fargo Packers, a gritty loss against the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs, where Cheyenne won 25-19, 28-26. They lost third set 21-25, but came back and took care of business against the Packers 25-13 in the fourth set. So that's a look at how both of these teams got here so far throughout this season in the EDC. Still to come for these squads a little bit later on in the season. For the Packers, after tonight, their next contest will be in Valley City on Tuesday in the city of Bridges against the Highlanders. Then they're back home against Fargo Shanley a week from tonight at 7 o'clock. That game also right here on your live event. And then on the opposite side for the West Fargo Horace Hawks, after tonight, their next contest home against the Fargo Davies Eagles. Always a very quality program in EDC volleyball with Coach Olson over there for Fargo Davies. Then they're at Fargo South, and the Bruins lost a heartbreaker on Tuesday night. We had that contest for you here on your live event, where Fargo South was up 2-0 against Fargo North, and North came all the way back to win in 5 sets, 3-2. That was on Tuesday. Again, West Fargo Horace Hawks home to Davies next week on September the 6th. Then a week from tonight, they will be at Fargo South. Make sure to check out the upcoming schedule for West Fargo and West Fargo Horace Athletics throughout the fall and winter season by going to our website, yourliveevent.com. That's yourliveevent.com. You can watch the games for free. We got them for you on demand free as well. And you can hit subscribe on our YouTube channel. That's an easy way to do it. So hit subscribe on YouTube. Go to yourliveevent.com and check out the action. Class A, Class B in North Dakota. We got a couple of sections covered in Minnesota. Football is starting tonight in Minnesota. We got more football for you tomorrow in week number 3 for some, week number 2 for others in North Dakota. Very busy time of the year, Labor Day Monday, and then we are back at it again coming up Tuesday through Friday of next week. We'll continue on our pregame show. We come back after this, take a look at other games going on across the region. The very early EDC standings still to come as well. Our American Family Insurance starting lineups brought to you in part by your friends at the Chris Heisey Agency with American Family Insurance. That's all still to come. It's EDC Volleyball tonight from West Fargo. It's the Hawks and the Packers in meeting number 1 on the hard court in varsity action here on your live event.
Strives for excellence and is interested in the betterment of the community, look no further than Onset Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys has dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, Maddock, and Castleton. Or visit our website, www.onstedlaw.com.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
As an American Family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American Family agent.
American Family Insurance.
As we continue and we're inching in on our starting lineups and the opening serve. Opening serve going to be close to about 7:30 tonight. 7 minutes left on the clock to warm up, and by the time we get to the starting lineups and also our national anthem here this evening at West Fargo High School, we will get into set number 1 between the visiting West Fargo Horace Hawks, clad in their black uniforms here tonight, going up against the West Fargo Packers in their white tops and green numerals with the green stripes down the side here for the West Fargo Packers. Tonight across the Eastern Dakota Conference, West Fargo Cheyenne at Fargo Davies. That should be an entertaining affair between two teams who have had really good success with Coach Newton at West Fargo Cheyenne and Coach Olson at Fargo Davies. Grand Forks Central visits the Bruin Den tonight. Fargo North at Grand Forks Red River. The Spartans 8-0 on the season. Red River, always a dangerous CDC volleyball team. They currently sit at 4-4 after the East-West crossover in Bismarck last week. Fargo Shanley takes the trek up I-92 and then over on Highway 2 to Devil's Lake to go up against the Firebirds and Valley City at Wahpeton for the road trip here tonight for the Highlanders going to the Huskies. EDC standings early in the season: Cheyenne, North, Davies, Shanley, and West Fargo Horace all at 1-0 in conference play. You have Fargo South, Red River, West Fargo, Grand Forks Central, and Wahpeton all currently at 0-1 in the conference. That's a look again at the EDC standings and games tonight across the conference. A reminder, even though we haven't hit Labor Day weekend yet, and it's the very first day of September, the EDC tournament will begin on Saturday, November the 5th for the play-in round, with the EDC quarterfinals being on Tuesday, November the 8th at the higher seed. So if you're a 1, 2, 3, 4 seed, again, you want to host those quarterfinals. So that's the regular season. Try to be a top 4 seed, get a home game in the quarters, and then from there, West Fargo High School will host the EDC volleyball tournament on November the 11th and November the 12th, with state being at the Bismarck Event Center out in the capital city. But November the 11th and November the 12th. The 11th will be 2 loser-out games and 2 EDC semifinals, with the 12th being 2 state qualifying games and the EDC championship as well. So that's a look ahead here across the Eastern Dakota Conference. The schedule for the visiting West Fargo Horace Hawks in the East-West crossover out in Bismarck. West Fargo Horace defeated Watford City and Williston. They lost to Minot. Shanley in a non-conference tilt. Bismarck, St. Mary's, and Century. In those matches, they only play 3 sets here tonight in the regular season. We could possibly see a 5-setter. First to win 3 earns the conference and the overall win. But when you get to those East-West crossovers in those tournaments, they shrink it down to just 3 sets at the minimum. In comparison for West Fargo, they went 3-4 at the crossover, defeating the Braves of Mandan High. They defeated Dickinson and Bismarck High. Losses came against the Sabres of Legacy, Bismarck Century, always a phenomenal program under Jamie Zastapul out west. They are the Gorillas and the Kings on the block, however you want to say it. Till someone consistently tries to knock them off, you're going to have to pretty much pencil them in that they're going to find a way to the state semifinals, if not the championship, nearly year in and year out. But again, the Packers lost to Legacy, Century, Bismarck, St. Mary's, and Jamestown. Always a very scrappy team. So that's a look ahead for both of these clubs. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll take a look ahead what's coming up tonight here on your live event and tomorrow as well. A very busy weekend before Labor Day weekend gets off, and college football is back in full throttle here tonight across the Red River Valley and throughout the weekend as well. It's the Packers and the Hawks. It's EDC Volleyball tonight on your live event.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Final segment on our pregame show before we get to the starting lineups and the opening serve tonight here in West Fargo. Chase Miller with you alongside Reggie Funk handling the camera. Let's take a look at what's going on tonight across your live event. A very busy night in high school volleyball, particularly in Region 1 in Class B. Wyoming Lidgewood against Northern Cass and Hunter. Oak Grove down in Milner tonight going up against the Sargent County Bulldogs. Also tonight in Lisbon, it's Maple River and the Lisbon Broncos. Up in Thompson, the Tommies in Region 2 will host Carrington. That's tonight for some high school volleyball in the state. Minnesota football back in action tonight. Polk County West against Mahnomen Waban and the Thunderbirds there. You have Crosby Ironton at Aiken and also Walker WHA against Pine River Bacchus in high school football. Again, go to your live event to find out what's going on tomorrow. We will be at West Fargo High School, but not for a Packer game tomorrow. Fargo Oak Grove will host the Oaks Tornadoes after their field was flooded throughout the summer into the fall, so unable to play any home games for the Grovers. So that's Oaks and the Grovers tomorrow from West Fargo High School. We'll have that for you right here on yourliveevent.com. So that's a look at what is coming up. And also a reminder, check out the Coaches Show every Wednesday night starting at 7 with Joe Lancello is the host of the Coaches Show here on your live event. The games are free to watch and the shows are free to watch as well which makes for a very fun time. A festive crowd here with West Fargo Horace and the West Fargo Packers. Packers out in their home whites, the Horace Hawks out in their visiting black uniforms with the gold numerals and lettering. West Fargo now with 3 high schools at the varsity level. The Packers, the Mustangs of West Fargo Cheyenne, and now the West Fargo Horace Hawks, which is right smack dab pretty much in Horace. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, it's the starting lineups and the opening serve tonight from West Fargo. The Packers and the Horace Hawks. Horace looking to get to 2-0 in conference play, while West Fargo is looking to get to 1-1. That does it for our pregame show. The first set is next here from West Fargo.
Kate's Kennels, located in Castleton, North Dakota. We offer boarding for all of your furry companions. Whether you're going on vacation or you have an emergency, we are here for you. We know they are a member of your family, and we will treat them as if they were one of our own. Kennel tours are always welcome. Check us out on Facebook at Kate's Kennels or visit our website at kateskennels.com. Give us a call at 701-347-4176 for all your furry friend boarding needs.
Fact. High schools need every sports official they can find. Want to ensure that kids keep playing? Become an official and a leader. Over 25,000 North Dakota student athletes participate in statewide school-sponsored sports programs. Sports provide students with real-time training for real life. Teamwork and planning under pressure provide our young men and women with skills that will serve them throughout their lives. Without officials, high school sports wouldn't exist. It may be more.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on YourLiveEvent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
The West Fargo Horace Hawks have been introduced here on the floor with the West Fargo Packers coming up here. We'll get to the West Fargo Horace Hawks starting lineups after this as the West Fargo Packers are getting introduced on the floor. Olivia Peterson, the 5'7" sophomore. Raina Fiakuski, the freshman libero. Ellie McIntosh, the 5'10" freshman. Allie Halverson, a 5'6" senior. Grace Weary, the 5'9" junior. Aubrey Finn, a 5'6" junior. And Olivia Soini as a setter at 5'5" and a senior setter. Kelsey Titus again, the head coach. For the West Fargo Horace Hawks again, their starting lineup: Alyssa Sommerfeld, the sophomore libero. You have Gabby Sturlogson, the 5'10" sophomore. Cindy Schwayen, the 5'7" junior. Piper Spikermeyer, apropos for volleyball, the freshman at 5'4". Ella Livingston, the 5'10" junior. Kelby Christofferson, she's the 6' freshman outside and mid hitter. And Jaden Hale, the sophomore 6'2" middle hitter here for the West Fargo Horace Hawks. Well, we said we'd be close to about a 7:30 start time. Might be a little ahead of that, but a really good-looking crowd here tonight between, I don't know if you would count them rivals yet, because asking Jeremy Newton, for example, from West Fargo Cheyenne High School for football, the first couple of years that they went up against West Fargo and Coach Gibson, he said, it's not a rivalry. We haven't played each other enough yet to be a rivalry. And by the way, West Fargo's beaten us 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Well, now Cheyenne has won 2, 3, 4, 5 times in football, so now it has developed into a rivalry. This, no doubt, will be a rivalry when you have high schools in the same proximity in a particular township or here in West Fargo. It just might take a couple of years, but right on the bat, it might be the long-lost brother that you never had. It might be the cousin once removed from the family that comes back in. That's what this feels like right now, but in a couple of years, there definitely will be no love lost between the Packers and the Hawks and the Mustangs. You can sandwich them through. It's official again in West Fargo. 3 varsity programs at the volleyball level. Let's get set for set number 1 between the Hawks and the Packers here tonight in West Fargo. West Fargo's gym still getting some renovations done with some of the new seating that they have here. And first serve is at 7:29 on a Thursday night, and it's off with an ace here by the Packers to get things going. Soini, part of the returning players who had a number of opportunities last year, just 2 of them for West Fargo with Fiakuski and Soini, the setter and libero. Horace goes to the outside. Nice dig on the backside there by Fiakuski. This one goes to the back. No touch after the hit there by Halverson. Bringing her hands back. Nicely done for the Hawks there is by Spikermeyer. A ball goes out of play, and the Horace Hawks earn the side out, and we're knotted at 1 apiece. First 1 to 25, Raleigh scoring, win by 2, wins you the set. You have to win 3 out of 5, and if we get to a 5-setter, it goes to 15 points, the same thing, win by 2. On to serve here for the Horace Hawks is libero and Sommerfeld. They'll go outside here to West Fargo, and there is a touch at the net and give the kill to Halverson. Allie's going to get in the scoring column tonight for her first kill in terms of the stat sheet. West Fargo Packers a year ago finishing 3rd place at state over Fargo Shanley in 2021 for West Fargo Horace, trying to make their first ever state tournament appearance in their first year at the varsity level. This one goes outside as they're trying to see if there's no touch at the net. There wasn't. Kelby Christofferson put a little bit too much mustard on that one. That'll go out. It's now 3-1 Packers. West Fargo High and West Fargo Horace. This one into the net, and the first service error that we've seen from either team tonight will allow the allow the Hawks to get a couple of substitutions out there. Playing up front now will be the 5'8" sophomore in Bakun, Shaley, and serving here for West Fargo Horace will be Donnelly, the freshman at 5'6". Service dug up by Fiakuski. Here's Soini for the set, right to the middle, blocked at the net. The hit there by Weary was blocked, and West Fargo's going to get this one over and able to earn the point. They keep the rally going, and Olivia Peterson will earn the kill. 4-2 West Fargo, but good middle block that time by the Hawks, which is what you want to see early at the net here for your Hadley Steffen. Horace back set. This one going to get tapped over. Kept alive to the near side here. Going to be blocked at the net, and that's going to be out of play. Give the kill to Aubrey Finn. One thing we're seeing by the Horace Hawks right now, trying to own the net. That one by Jaden Hale. Hit that one out of play. Service by Fiakuski. This one going to get served in the middle, off the deflection. There to keep it going was Halverson. They're trying to get it over on the third. They do quickly push back over by Horace yet again. And Horace at the net, not once, but twice. We said her name already tonight. Jaden Hale with the kill. That's going to be her first. And the Hawks now trail it by 2 points at 5-3 West Fargo over the West Fargo Horace Hawks here tonight in EDC Volleyball on your live event. Service coming for the Hawks, and that'll be just out of play, and a service there for the Hawks. Substitution coming in for West Fargo will be Zapata, the 5'4" junior here for the Packers. Packers lost a 4-sitter their last time out against Cheyenne, so they get to play Cheyenne and Horace, the two other West Fargo schools, right off the bat. This one going to be a kill. As coming there is going to be Jordan Christopherson. She is a sister of Kelby here for the Hawks. Christopherson, who just got to kill an 8th grader here playing at the varsity level. Service here for West Fargo Horace will be by Hale. Swanee to the middle and hammering one down as the Packers trying to win at the net yet again as McIntosh. This one gets over, dug out by Fiakuski. This one comes to the outside as it's going to be Peterson, and Peterson's going to get the kill. But one thing we are starting to see by Horace is they are able to get to the net, find ways to get deflections. They just need to keep the deflections in play, and it might be 7-4 the other way right now for the Hawks. And well, it might be better to be lucky than good sometimes. That one hits the ribbon at the top of the net and rolls over for the ace. Peterson earns the ace, the second one as a team by West Fargo here in this first set. Service coming again by Peterson. Good-looking serve. West Fargo Horace right at the attack line. They get it over on the third with Christopherson. To the outside here, tip coming by Halverson. This one is going to be a free ball coming on the way near side. A nice dig. A nice spot, by Jordan Christopherson. She's going to get her second kill. Able to split a couple of Packers on the back row. 8-5. Service upcoming for West Fargo Horace. Cindy Schwayen, the junior at 5'7", a setter here for West Fargo Horace, will come on in. Little running jump serve. Swanee is there with the bump. Attacking the net. There's another block, as we mentioned. Horace with a 1-2 combination in Nolny and also Livingston. That's a 1-2 punch up front, and Horace right now is trailing it by 2. Service upcoming here for Sydney. This one goes to the middle. Dug out there by Zepeda. And able to get it over on the third with McIntosh. Set coming for Horace to the middle. Tip. Covered nicely by Peterson. So when he sets it up, goes to the outside, blocked at the net, but this will go off the deflection and still earns the point there, as this is going to be for Halverson, her second kill, her and Peterson with 2 for the Packers. 9-6 West Fargo over West Fargo Horace here in EDC Volleyball. Service on the way. Here one comes to the outside, getting the attack line, getting over on the third was Sturlockson to the outside, and that one's going to be over the block by Halverson, but a nice sprawling attempt by Schwayen to keep it going. Rally still goes. This one to the middle. I'm going to be blocked at the net. Can they get over on the third? No, there's going to be a lift and a point for West Fargo Horace. While the early indication right now, if you're West Fargo, is you might have to find a way to have that dump over on the set on the second, maybe work the tip or have a deep push to a corner, because early on, Horace is owning any jousts or any plays right now at the net, doing a nice job building that wall. Swanee goes to the outside here. That's Halverson, and Halverson gets the kill. Not too much of a wall that time. Halverson says thank you very much. And the Packers, for the first time tonight, in double digits here in this first set at 10-7. Service upcoming, as this will be with Olivia, the senior. That one will be a miss hit and out of play. A little bit of an error there on the Hawks, so the Packers will take a 4-point lead, 11-7. You get 2 timeouts in each set. Once you call both of your timeouts, you're done until the next set begins. Set up here by Schwayen. This one keeps going there by Fiakuski to the middle, able to get just enough of it to get over the net by Grace Weary, and she's going to be able to earn the kill, and that's a point and a timeout on the floor. Packers lead at 5-5. Timeout on the floor. We'll break with them. It's high school volleyball in your live event.
If you want help from a firm that has integrity and respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the betterment of the community, look no further than Onset Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys has dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, Maddock, and Castleton. Or visit our website, www.onstedlaw.com.
I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, including our starting lineup sponsor, brought to you in part by American Family Insurance. Chris Heisey's team is there to help serve and help you meet your insurance requests from home, auto, commercial, or farm and ranch. Additionally, as residents of your community, they understand how important it is to be there with you. Chris Heisey Agency with American Family Insurance. For more info, go to chrisheisey.com. That's chrisheisey.com. That one hit out of play after the timeout. It's now 13-7 Packers. 12-7 after the first timeout. And now West Fargo has given themselves some breathing room here against the Horace Hawks. We'll have a violation as we'll get a double hit. And the Packers now doubling up the Horace Hawks here in set number one. West Fargo student section out in their student apparel and appreciation. The Packer green and white. It's jersey night for the Horace Hawks student section. Soini in the middle, sets it up. This one getting an attack on the way. And we're going to get another point with a net violation here on the Horace Hawks. And after the timeout, it's been 3 straight points for the Packers. Fargo looking to add on to this little rally on the opposite side for Horace. You need to find a way to stop the bleeding sooner rather than later here in set number one. There's a good-looking tip. That'll help get their double block and find the open spot on the right-hand side there in Livingston with the tip kill. She's going to get the point, and there's that side out here for Horace. Service upcoming by the sophomore and Alyssa Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld on to serve here, their libero, and she's going to get the ace. First ace of the night for the Horace Hawks. Sommerfeld able to bring that one in after West Fargo. Horace able to sweep the Wahpeton Huskies on Tuesday. Soini is there, gets it over on the second. And those are ones that are tight at the net. And as a particular setter, you have to just find yourself of, hey, do I have an opportunity to maybe set one up to a teammate, or did I just get it over on the second? Soini was feeling that she was running out of real estate and gets it over on the second. Here comes the back set on the way by Schweyen. This one kept alive by Fiakuski. They got to get it over on the third. They do on the bump for the Packers and Finn. West Fargo Horace goes to the middle. There's another tip kill, and here we go for the Hawks. Able to find a little bit of spots in the defense that's open, and Jaden Hale is able to get her second kill of the match. Packers up by 6, 16-10, back and forth early, and then West Fargo got up 12-7. Timeout by Hadley Steffen, the head coach for the Hawks, and since that timeout, it's been mostly Packers. This one goes to the outside, blocked at the net, kept alive though by Peterson, and there's the push. This one comes to the middle. Attacking was Haley after the block. The Packers keep it alive. This one goes cross court, and we're going to have a violation with the net here by Horace. So I think more so for Horace right now, it's been a little bit more of the mental mistakes than we've seen than maybe West Fargo own a particular point or particular rally so far here in set number one. Raina Fiakuski on to serve, a little knuckleballer there. This one comes to the outside and going to get over. Kept alive, though, on the sprawling attempt by Peterson, first to dig it out. Nice dig by the Hawks there by Sommerfeld. They get it over on the third with the setter in Lilia. This one comes to the middle. McIntosh is there for the kill. Holly McIntosh with her first kill of the night. And the Packers lead it now by 8. Time on the floor. We'll break with them. Packers with their largest lead here in set number one on your live event.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
I'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Make sure you patronize those sponsors. Our starting lineup sponsors, again, with American Family Insurance, Chris Heisey Agency. You just saw First Class Mortgage. We'll bring throughout the season our halftime show or our set recap here in volleyball and a host of others. Without our fine sponsors, we would not be here. So make sure you go out, you patronize them, you thank them. for allowing us to be here tonight in West Fargo. Chase Miller, Reggie Funk with you here. The Packers 7 points away from taking a set number 1 in the first ever varsity match between the Hawks and the Packers. After the timeout, West Fargo Horace is able to get the kill as that's coming to the outside. And Shaylee McCoon was able to get that one. Service here is Christofferson, and this would be in the middle for McIntosh. Kept alive nicely there by Christofferson, and that's Jordan. A pair of sisters playing out there for the Hawks. Back set on the way. This one comes going down to Anita. Dig out. That one is Kelby Christofferson, and they're able to get it over on the third. Soini into the middle, outside on the hit here by Peterson. Kept alive here by the Horace Hawks. Push on the way. Covered nicely by Finn. This one goes to the outside. Hitting one into the net was Peterson. And the Horace Hawks now up to 12 points. Trailing it by 6. So after the second timeout by Hadley, able to get back-to-back points and get something brewing now for the Horace Hawks. Soini set, back set on the way. This one goes across. There's no deflection or touch at the net after the hit by Finn. And West Fargo Horace now with 1, 2, and 3 straight points for a little rally brewing here. And now for the Hawks. This one just over the net. Soini is there to the middle. McIntosh with the tip, covered nicely, but they're trying to get it over on the third. They can't. Sprawling attempt there by Lilia. And now it's 19-13 West Fargo. It was fun to be part of the North Dakota Optimist Volleyball Series this year. After the series was in Fargo and Bismarck, able to see a lot of really good players from across the state. And those included Nadia Fiakowski from West Fargo. Blocked at the net. That was by the sophomore Ellie. That was by the freshman Ellie. So now it's 20-13. Both teams fairly youthful. West Fargo on their roster. There's about 4 seniors that would see ample playing time throughout the rotation as the Packers get their third ace as a team here tonight. That'll be the first one for Zepeda. So Zepeda gets in the ace column. You have Peterson and Soini also with one here this evening, respectively, for the Packers. Service on the way. West Fargo Horace with the set. This one gets tipped at the net. It's the very top of the net. Hangs there for a second. And a tip kill by Hale. Team leading so far. 3 kills here for Hale. Donnelly was able to provide the assist for the Hawks. 4 points away for the Packers to win set number 1. Can Horace get a rally in them? They can't. Service there. That's their second of the set. Coming up in our in-between sets, we'll get to our first-class mortgage set recap. Get you ready for set number 2 and go over some of the first set stats. Back set. This one across square. That sounded good right off the hit, and that's going to be a kill on the way for the Hawks. Shaylee with the kill. Her second. And Horace right now, they need a little rally and some magic going here on September the 1st to try to stay alive here in set number 1 and not fall behind 1-love early. There's a service there. So the last 2 times Horace has had a chance to earn a little rally, they've had the service error come into effect. Packers student section, Horace student section going back and forth here in a friendly manner. This one will get hit over on the third as it is bumped over by Christofferson, first name Kelby. This one goes outside cross court, nicely dug up by Sommerfeld. It's to the middle. This one going to be at the net, blocked at the net, and the point of coming there by Jordan Christofferson, her third. Horace trailing it by 7. And the service on the way here by Piper Spikemeyer. The 5'4" freshman on to serve. Horace juniors, sophomores, freshmen, and 8th graders this season at the varsity level. This one comes to middle. Can't get over on the third hit. So there will be a 4 hit. After Weary was trying to attack the middle, Horace now leads it by 6. After Horace just dominated, it felt like, the net in the opening 15, 20 points combined. We've seen West Fargo do a little bit better job, particularly when it's on the offensive attack like this. Nicely done, able to go through it, and Halverson splits them, gets the little deflection, gets the kill, and also the point, and we have set point upcoming here as Halverson has her 4th kill of the evening. Service by Olivia Soini, the 5'5 senior, on to serve. A little running jump serve here. Dug out back left corner on the way by Spikemeyer. This one comes across the middle. Kept alive by the Packers with Halverson. Cross court on the hit. There's going to be no touch. That'll be out of play with Finn. And Horace now will need 6 straight points to keep set number 1 going and try to force some extra time here in set number 1. Service by Summerfield. Alyssa. It's that one across. Soini there for the set. Sets it to the outside. And this one's going to be off the left hand there by Spikemeyer. And then we're going to have a violation. Double hit. And that is final in set number 1. First set goes to the West Fargo Packers, 25-18. We're back with set number 2 here on your live event.
As an American family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American family agent.
American Family Insurance.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Let's get to our First Class Mortgage set recap here. 25-18 goes to the West Fargo Packers as we get ready for the second set here. Again, West Fargo wins set number 1, and they take the early lead over the West Fargo Horace Hawks. Set number 1, Halverson with 4 kills. The Packers had 3 aces. For West Fargo Horace, 1 ace to 3 serving errors. You had Hill and also Christofferson leading the way with 3 kills. And the Christofferson, that was Jordan here for Hadley Steffen. So that's a look at your First Class Mortgage first set recap. First Class Mortgage, more than just their company name, it's the way they do business. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage, their dedicated team takes the time to understand your financial situation. They provide first-class service, first-class knowledge, and a first-class experience at the lowest interest rates. For more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. That's firstclasscorp.com with First Class Mortgage. That is our set report. Horace and West Fargo from West Fargo High School tonight. Like the new bleachers, very festive compared to the old wooden bleachers that were here before. Have that Packer color with the green and really pops across the way, as you can see with the WFHNS in silver. Second set, service will be by Spikemeyer. As she'll come on here, and Horace will play from behind in set number 2, trying to even things up. For West Fargo, Soini goes to the outside. That again is going to be with Halverson down the line for the kill. Halverson there, able to have her 5th of the evening. That's the first in this second set. And the Packers now up 1-love in this second set. It'll be fun to see West Fargo Horace's high school 2 out in Horace. Part of the phase project. Phase number 1 is done with the gym. Well, part of the gym, also with the gym, what they have with their auditorium as well. And see how that continues to grow over the next couple of years. Have to get over on the third. They do with Halverson on the push. Here comes West Fargo Horace on the back, so they get it over on the third with Sturlockson. This one goes outside tip here by Peterson. And West Fargo Horace unable to keep that one alive after they hit at the net. Good attempt there by Spikermeyer, but once she got to the volleyball, it went right instead of left, and West Fargo now leads it by 2. Horace will have a service error here by the Packers. Their second as a team, their first in the second set, and Horace on to serve with Alyssa Sommerfeld. The lone libero, we've seen a couple setters so far here for Hallie Steffen playing with a 2-setter rotation. On the opposite side, pretty much Soini for the West Fargo Packers. This one set to the middle. There's the tip on the way by Weary, kept alive by the Hawks. This one over the net, and a kill by Sturlockson. Gabby gets her first kill of set number 2, and we're knotted at 2 apiece. West Fargo Horace back on to serve. This one gets over the net. Soini is there, sets it up to the outside, and deep pushover on the third hit. West Fargo Horace then near side. This one's going to be a kill. That's a loud one by Kelby Christofferson. Able to make it a 3-2 lead here for Horace. 3 straight points by the Hawks. High school student section chanting. She's a freshman. Fiakuski to Soini to the end line here, and that's going to be out, but they're going to say there is a touch on the back row here, so it should be a 3-3 game, and it is. And that's going to be touch, and giving the kill is going to be to Finn. Hadley Steffen is going to come over to the official as she and the rest of the coaching staff and players for West Fargo Horace thought that that was clearly out and there was no touch. They're going to confer with the back official who made the call right away to say it was a touch. The official on where the volleyball went on Horace's side said there was no touch, so they'll reconfirm. We'll see if we get a jump ball repossession, or if they say, nope, saw what I saw. There was a deflection at the net, which made enough of the volleyball to move a little bit, and we'll be at a 3-3 game. So instead of 4-2 Hawks, we're knotted at 3 apiece, and West Fargo gets the side out with Raina Fiakuski on to serve. As she does, that one, a knuckleballer goes over across the net. A heavy tip over by McIntosh, and that one's not going to get over any point here for the West Fargo Packers. Back-to-back points, by West Fargo. So Packers now lead it 4-3. Volleyball a couple years ago before COVID, you would change benches, but now it's kind of just said, hey, if you're on the left side, you're going to stay on the left side, and same for right. Kind of very reminiscent to high school basketball where you got a bench, that's where you stay, and that's what we're seeing here this season again in high school volleyball in North Dakota. Great sprawling attempt by Soini. Then Fiakuski gets the little kick there, and this one gets over, and they're going to say that there was a whistle and a net violation. So you got Soini with the sprawling attempt, the kick saved by Fiakuski, which is null and void because of the net violation, but still, the Packers back line there flexing some muscle up 5-3. Fiakuski back on to serve. Horace going to just get some better passes going right now, as that was part of the reason why right there. And after that 50-50 call went to West Fargo, the Packers take advantage with 3 straight points as they now lead it 6-3. Fiakuski back on to serve here for the Packers. Short little serve. McIntosh is there. Can't quite tip it enough, but Fiakuski bumps it over on the third and gets West Fargo Horace a little out of placement there. And the Packers now lead it 7-3. West Fargo right now starting to stretch out their lead like they did in set number 1, doing that here in set number 2. Horace, we'll see if they can get just a couple of good points going, but first and foremost, need a little bit better passes on the offensive side. McIntosh with a tip. That one comes over, out of play, and another point for West Fargo. And Coach Steffen looks like she might take a particular timeout here, or she just kind of walks down the line. The officials look over, And Hadley's going to let him try to play through it at least for one more point. Fiakuski on for the running jump serve. Dug out in the back, set up here by Schwayen. This one goes to the outside, blocked after that after the hit by Sir Logson. Fargo Horace still has a chance. They bump it over on the third with Kelby Christofferson. Outside comes with Peterson, and Peterson gets the kill. Her third of the match, first of the set, and Stefan now will go to the bench here. It's 9-3 West Fargo. West Fargo trailed it 3-2, and since then, 7 straight points here as they lead it now 9-3 over the Horace Hawks. Fiakuski, little knuckleballer serve. This one be set over and a pancake or no. That was going to be a dump kill by Schwayen. Trying to get the pancake was Fiakuski, and Schwayen will earn the point and the side out for the Horace Hawks. Nicely done there by Schwayen. Service here for West Fargo Horace will be not only Lilia, the 5'6" freshman, on his serve. She goes down the line. Peterson is there. Peterson's going to get the attack at the 10-foot line and going to get the kill. Trying to get the dig was Jordan Christofferson, goes over the bench instead, and Peterson earns her 4th kill of the match. 10-4, West Fargo leads it over West Fargo Horace here in this second set of high school volleyball, a match that started at 7:29 tonight, nearly a half hour old here in West Fargo. Back set coming. This one going to be tipped down the line by Christofferson. Out of play, but we're going to have a net violation, and the point will get awarded to West Fargo Horace. The Hawks will take it. Fargo Horace coming in after a win against the Wahpeton Huskies so far this season. 3 wins, 4 losses, went 2-4 out in the East-West crossover in Bismarck. Back set, Allie McIntosh. That one kept alive, and have to get this one over. They do, and a nice play by the Hawks. Jordan Christofferson comes over. She gets her 4th kill to lead the Hawks here tonight. Her first in this set. Now it's 10-6. Service coming for Horace. That one going to be dug out to the outside. Here is Peterson, and Peterson earns the kill. Peterson's done a really nice job on the outside here tonight for West Fargo, and Soini just puts it on the tee for her as well, as that's able to come up here for West Fargo. Service coming here. Horace. Cross court on the hit and the kill. Jordan Christofferson is there for her 5th one of the match, and the Packers now lead it by 4. It was 7-3, kind of went back and forth on some points now for either club. Haven't seen that big rally. The longest rally again for West Fargo is 7 points. And the Hawks back on to serve. Sonia gets it over back left corner. Nice placement. Just enough to keep the rotation for the Horace Hawks honest. Hale tried to give it her best attempt as she could, but Soini with a deep push and a side out here for the Packers. Service here by McIntosh. Horace bumps it over on the third with Livingston. This one comes to net. Soini outside. Gonna get the kill. And that again is with Halverson. Halverson, her 2nd of the set, her 6th of the contest, and the Packers now lead at 13-7. At this point, if you're West Fargo, you get a little 5-point rally going. You might be able to play hideaway like they did in set number 1. If you're Horace, you'll need more of that. They've gone to Christofferson a number of times. Go to where the well is full of water, and Jordan Christofferson, the 5'9" 8th grader outside hitter, with 6 kills now in this match. Horace, on the flip side, if they get 4 or 5 points in a row, that can put some pressure on the Packers here in this second set. Soini comes to the middle. This one goes across. There was a deflection. Give Soini the assist and give the kill to the junior middle hitter, Grace Weary. Packers back up by 6. That kind of hill to climb over right now for Horace is anywhere from that 4 to 6 point plateau. Service misses and a service error here by West Fargo. Their 3rd in the game as a team, and will have a substitution by the Hawks. And Ohio men will come on here for West Fargo Horace. Sharp looking uniforms. Don't really see gold that much, at least on the eastern side. Kind of reminds us of maybe Bismarck Legacy, the Sabres color scheme out in the capital city. Outside, and speaking of where the bread is buttered, that's to Allie Halverson. She continues to be a nuisance on the outside here for the Packers. If you're a Horace fan, she's got a match-high 7 kills, and the Packers lead it by 6. 15-9 here in the second set. The aforementioned Halverson on to serve. This one will be with Schwain on the set. Cross court. Soini is there. Fiakuski to the near side, going down the end line. Sommerfeld, they keep it going, and nicely done by Horace to get it over on this third with Schwain. Soini, this one going to be blocked at the net, but out of play after the hit by Olivia Peterson. She earns the kill. 16-19. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining here in this second set. Service by Allie. That one goes into the net. West Fargo only had 1 service here in the first set. So far with 3 here in the second. The Horace Hawks, 3 so far in tonight's game. Service here by Sommerfeld. This one coming. Soini is there to the outside to Peterson, and there's going to be a block at the net. Nice 1-2 combination up front by Sturlockson, and you had Hale. We're going to give that one to Gabby. Sturlockson there earns the block, and Horace earns the point. Hawks need a little rally, and they need it now with the serve. This one comes to the middle, outside on the back set, and the kill. Aubrey Finn earns the point. Give the assist to Soini, and now it's 17-11 Packers. West Fargo, 3 wins, 5 losses on the season, 0-1 in conference play after losing to West Fargo Cheyenne in 4 sets on Tuesday night. Horace able to get this one over on the third. They set it up nicely, though, for the Packers. McIntosh, the freshman, through a double block and hammers one home. You can get her going with the outside hitters with Halverson and also Peterson. All of a sudden, West Fargo becomes a problem right at the net. The knuckler that just falls out of the air. Fiakuski with the serve and with the ace. And we got a timeout on the floor. Packers lead at 19-11, trying to get up 2 sets to love here in this EDC volleyball match against the Horace Hawks here on your live event.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Kate's Kennels, located in Castleton, North Dakota. We offer boarding for all of your furry companions. Whether you're going on vacation or you have an emergency, we are here for you. We know they are a member of your family, and we will treat them as if they were one of our own. Kennel tours are always welcome. Check us out on Facebook at Kate's Kennels or visit our website at kateskennels.com. Give us a call at 701-347-4176 for all your furry friend boarding needs.
After the timeout, Fiakuski gets this one on the serve over the net. Then she's able to get the dig. West Fargo with the offensive attack here. There's the push on the way by Peterson, and Peterson is going to earn the point. So 22-11 now. Packers over West Fargo Horace here in this second set. Packers 5 points away from taking a 2-set lead here against the Hawks. Horace right now just trying to get into an offensive rhythm or an offensive set. We've seen him a little bit out of place at particular times so far here tonight. That one missed it out of play. Good location by Aubrey Finn. Just put enough of that muscle on it, and a point here for West Fargo Horace. If you're Hallie Steffen, you're probably just looking for 4 or 5 good points here, whether you lose this set or not, to take something with you into the third. Could we see a 5-setter? We did at the Brewing Den on Tuesday with South and North, where South was up 2-11. North came storming back to take a win on the road, so to speak, at Fargo South. That'll help. Back-to-back points here by Horace. Horace trying to get to 2-0 in conference play, 4-4 on the season with a win. Service on the way by the Hawks. Soini is there to the middle. McIntosh. That one's out of play. There's no touch, and 3 straight points by West Fargo Horace. So down 20-11. Able to now get it to 20-14. Chipping away, chip chair and a chance, as they say in hockey. Good serve and a better point here by the Hawks. Might get a first time out here by Kelsey Titus, or we'll see if she'll let her team continue to play through this one. Lily doing a really nice job at the service line here. The 5'6" freshman putting some monster spin on that ball and making it difficult for the back row for the Packers. This one gets over with Peterson. Nice sprawn attempt by Lilia. This one comes over on the tip by Bakun, and there's the kill. 20-16 and a timeout on the floor. And the West Fargo Horace Hawks fans get on their feet with something to cheer about here in the second set. We'll break with them. The Hawks trying to mount a comeback here in set number 2. It's EDC Volleyball, and your live event.
Fact. High schools need every sports official they can find. Want to ensure that kids keep playing? Become an official and a leader. Over 25,000 North Dakota student athletes participate in statewide school-sponsored sports programs. Sports provide students with real-time training for real life. Teamwork and planning under pressure provide our young men and women with skills that will serve them throughout their lives. Without officials, high school sports wouldn't exist. It may be more.
Still to come on our post-game show, brought to you in part by Tommy's Express Car Wash with 4 locations, a couple of them in Fargo. Check out Tommy's Express Car Wash, our post-game show sponsor. Get to our player of the game, some final numbers. Take a look ahead for both teams. That's all coming up on our post-game show. Just a matter of when will we get there. Here's by Peterson. Good attempt back row now by West Fargo Horace. This one gets over. One of our longer rallies of the night. Fiakuski bumps it over on the third. This one coming to the middle. Donnelly was there. This one to the middle again with Fiakuski. Back set. West Fargo gets the point and hit roll over the net. Aubrey Finn gives Soini the assist. Aubrey the kill. And the Packers earn the point after the timeout. That's going to be very close to maybe our longest rally, I would say. Definitely of set number 2, but maybe even of the match so far between the Packers and the Hawks. This one comes to the middle, back set there by Nolny. Tipped on the way, covered nicely by West Fargo and Zapata. To the middle, tipped by McIntosh. Tipped right back over by the Hawks, and they're going to earn the block. Look to be with Hale with that one, and Horace down by 4. Making West Fargo work for it, though, after being down 20-11 here in this second set. Emily Steffen making sure the rotation is good, I believe, for both teams right now, early on in the year with just the second conference game. Volleyball spans a lot of months. You know, you come into early August, you get to that East-West crossover, then you play all of September, you play all of October, you play about a week of November, and then you get to your tournament for your conference, and then middle of November, right before Turkey Day, the week before Thanksgiving, you have state. So it is a very long season for high school volleyball. A lot of matches. McIntosh gets this one over, covered nicely by the libero and Sommerfeld for the Hawks. This one cross court. Going to be mishit there by West Fargo Horace and Jordan Christofferson. She's been really good, though, tonight for West Fargo Horace. It's now 22-17 Packers. Packers took set number 1, if you're just joining us, 25-18. This one just hits the top of the net. West Fargo Horace keeps it going nicely, but has to bump it over on the third with Hale. Soini back set. McIntosh goes cross court. And that one's out of play. Good location. Good thought on coming on that slide to the near side for West Fargo. But the Horace Hawks now trail it by 4, 22-18. Horace right now needs about 2 to 3 points for 1 point for West Fargo. They'll need about get to 20, give up to 23, then try to get to 22 to give up 24, then need 3 straight to get to 25 all. Soini set outside. That one into the net. There was no block at the net, so no touch after Allie Halverson hits it right into the net. And West Fargo Horace, now they get the 18. Now they get to 19. Can they get to 20 here and put some more pressure on West Fargo? Deep serve, back left corner. There is Peterson outside Halverson, and Halverson goes through a twin killing for the block. The 1-2 punch there of McCoon was unable to get to that one. That's going to be the point for Halverson. She's got 4 kills in both the first and second set. And we're going to have a double hit. And now it's 24-19. Packers trying to get up 2-0 here. And go for the sweep. McIntosh back on to serve. This one going to get over on the third. McIntosh on the dig. Soini's there to the outside. Go to your hot hitter. And it's there. Soini with the kill. And with the assist. Halverson with her 5th kill of the set. Her 9th total in the game. And the Packers now lead it 2-0. Third set coming up next here on your live event.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on YourLiveEvent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
Let's get to our set recap, brought to you in part by our friends at First Class Mortgage. For more information, go online to firstclasscorp.com. That's firstclasscorp.com. Well, for the West Fargo Packers, same verse as the first. Halverson and Peterson were the 1-2 combination. Olivia Peterson, the 5'7" sophomore, with 6 kills so far here in this match. 4 in the second set alone. Halverson had 5 kills in that second set, 9 so far in the contest. For the West Fargo Horace Hawks, Chris Offerson continues to be where West Fargo Horace is kind of going through their offensive rhythm, with Jordan Christofferson right now, the 5'9" 8th grader. The one thing, if you're Hadley Steffen, you just got to make West Fargo work for it a little bit more, but more importantly, probably get a little bit better passing. If you're West Fargo, you really have a 1-2 combination. You hear it in baseball, you got to be good up the middle. Well, in volleyball, if you got a really good libero who can make good passes, you got a setter who puts it on point in Soini, it really just keeps going down river, and you just kind of get in a rhythm, and that's what we've seen by West Fargo so far here in this one. That, again, is our First Class Mortgage in-between set report. Horace will try to come back and get to their first ever 5-set victory at the varsity level. If that can happen for the West Fargo Packers, they will look to try to take the first ever meeting here between the Hawks and the Packers in EDC volleyball here tonight. Been fun to see Fargo's continue to grow. Good to see Minot High finally getting 2 high schools in the Magic City, with Minot North upcoming in coming years, and give kids and opportunities for the students to play in these contests or be part of more extracurricular activities. Head into the net there for West Fargo. So Horace takes the opening lead here in set number 3. Horace, we'll see. We haven't really seen Horace play too much with a lead here tonight. Early in set number 1, back and forth till West Fargo got to double digits. And early in set 2, West Fargo took the opening points and really never looked back after Horace got up 2-love, and then it was 3-3, and then it was all West Fargo after that. Soini, deep push, back right corner. There is Sommerfeld. There is Choi into the back, and Alfia Kuski says, I think that one was hit a little bit too hard. It was, and we're tied at 1 apiece. Little bird's eye view here in West Fargo for this setup here on your live event. And got a couple more broadcasts this year for the Packer volleyball team. The same for West Fargo Horace and their volleyball team as well. This one will be a violation, and West Fargo will take it. This will be 2-1 West Fargo. Service upcoming here for Halverson. Well, Knuckler. Nice attempt, though, on the way. Can't get it over on the third after the hit by Sommerfeld. Schwayen gave an all-out attempt to try to get it over, and there's the passes, as we mentioned earlier, just the back row for West Fargo Horace. Things to very much improve upon, still very early again in the season. And for West Fargo Horace, this is as much as a learning, growing year as anything else. This one's going to be tipped over, covered nicely by West Fargo. Outside coming here with Peterson, and she's going to earn the kill. Peterson with the first kill of this set. She's got 7. For West Fargo, Shannon Davies, just like anything else, you take a look at your first year as varsity contenders, and there's definitely some growing pains. As you might have freshmen and sophomores on the floor compared to juniors and seniors, and that's just something to live with here in the first season at the varsity level. As we have a net violation on Horace, it's now 5-1, and something that Coach Hallie Steffen and the coaching staff definitely knew, taking the position and taking the opportunity here for the Horace Hawks. And not everything's going to come easy here in this first year, but if you can see little things continue to improve upon and grow, that's what West Fargo Horace wants throughout the year, and continue to improve upon and grow as they go to the outside. Kelby Christofferson able to get that kill. Her first of this third set. On the opposite side for West Fargo, kind of joking a little bit with Kelsey Titus, saying, hey, you lose an EDC senior athlete all-stater in Nadia Fiakuski. You lose Mary Schnell, Alexis Olson. The previous head coach, Kelsey Gibbons, is no longer here as well. And she goes, our assistant coaches even, that one's in there for a kill for West Fargo. Kind of said you might feel like Horace yourself in a roundabout way, where a lot of fresh new faces with the coaching staff, particularly at the varsity level. And she said, in a roundabout way, you might be right. Not that we're building a program like Hadley and West Fargo Horace, but definitely a lot of different personnel and people that are getting some more varsity time here this season for West Fargo Packers. That one is hit out of play. Point awarded to West Fargo Horace. It's now 6-3. So still, again, very early on in the season here. Kind of give it 6-7 games, see who teams play early on. You might say, okay, yeah, we kind of figured Cheyenne will be really good. Always can put Davies there as a quality team, but who might be some teams that surprise you? That one's going to be in there for a kill for the Packers. Aubrey Finn able to get that one. She's got 5 here on the night. And West Fargo will make a substitution here with Zapata, Kiera, the 5'4" junior, on to serve. Once we get to about mid to late September, you start kind of figuring out what everyone has the first 6-7 games of the year, double round robin, or you play just a 2-point contest, which means you only play a team once and you get 2 wins or 2 losses in conference play. That'll happen for both teams throughout the year. And we have a timeout on the floor. We'll break with them as well. The Packers lead set number 3, looking for the sweep over the West Fargo Hawks. West Fargo Horace with the timeout. We'll break with them. It's EDC Volleyball on your live.
If you want help from a firm that has integrity and respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the betterment of the community, look no further than Onsid Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys has dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, Maddock, and Castleton. Or visit our website, www.onstedlaw.com.
We continue here on your live event. West Fargo 8, West Fargo Horace 3 in this third set. Set number 1 goes to the Packers, 25-18 for those of you just joining us. Also, set number 2 went to West Fargo, 25-19. Similar situation where West Fargo got up early, 7-3, 9-3, up to as much as 20-11. Then Horace came back but couldn't have enough gas left in the tank to complete the comeback. And so we have a very similar point of view here in set number 3 for West Fargo and Horace. First time out taken by Hadley Steffen. They will have one remaining in this set. On the opposite side here for West Fargo, we'll see where they go if they continue to go to Peterson and alongside Halverson on the offensive side. Back set, McIntosh goes cross court and earns the kill. That's been the three Musketeers at the net so far. There's been a little McIntosh, you sprinkle in some Peterson, and you add in a Halverson. It's been a very tough to overcome so far here for West Fargo Horace. Service on the way for Zepeda, the junior. Nice looking serve as Horace had to dig it, go right back on the Packers side. So here comes more offense for West Fargo. Set near side, Christofferson, and that one's going to be out, and that'll be a point for the Packers. Growing pains might be the term here for Hadley Steffen in particular matches throughout the season. There might be one particular match where West Fargo Horace plays just as well as anyone, and there might be a match where the little youth and maybe immature part of having 8th grade freshmen play at the varsity level comes in to effect. Another ace by Zepeda, her second. It's 11-3 West Fargo. Zepeda tries to go short. That one hits the top of the net and the side out here by Horace. Horace doesn't want to find themselves back in another situation. They want to find a little rally going here, try to cut into that deficit, get it down to 2 to 3 points before West Fargo has to come back on and serve. If you're West Fargo, you got the old proverbial nail in the coffin right now, and you're just trying to add the hammer to it here. Speaking of hammers, well, there it is. Peterson now in double digits for kills here tonight for the Packers. It's 12-4 West Fargo. And the aforementioned Olivia on to serve for the sophomore. This one goes to the back right service here. And the Packers will handle it with Halverson. Dug out in the back by Sommerfeld. Here's the bump. Christofferson with the tip. Covered nicely by Zepeda. Outside here again for Halverson. And that is going to be a point here for West Fargo. It's now 13-4. So that's going to be the double-digit kills for Halverson as well. It's now 13-4 West Fargo. This one dug out. Back set on the way for Horace. Back set. Zepeda there with a dig. McIntosh with the tip and finds the proverbial hole in the Horace Hawks defense. And that's going to be a point for West Fargo. 14-4, Steffen does have a timeout in her back pocket, but sometimes, particularly early on this season, it's about learning. And speaking of learning, that one, a 90-mile-an-hour fastball hits the very top of the ribbon and somehow lands in for the ace for Peterson. If you blinked, you might have missed it. 15-4, Peterson with a really nice serve. West Fargo student section already chanting, I believe that we have won, feeling very confident here in this third set. Can the Horace Hawks come back will be the question. Service there for West Fargo, their 5th of the contest. West Fargo Horace had 3 in set number 1, but played awfully well since then, at least from the service line. Horace with Sidney Schwayen, the 5'7" junior on his serve. Zepeda's there. This one in the middle. McIntosh, Schwayen with the dig. Sommerfeld, and they're able to get this one over on the third with Christofferson. West Fargo goes to the outside. Tip up coming out. Very close. Ruby Cheedy, the 5'7" junior, able to handle that one. Getting some playing time here for Coach Titus. Service here by Shinny. Viakuski is there. Back set on the way. This one tipped over. Covered by the Hawks. Set. This one across and a kill for West Fargo Horace. That's going to be with Jordan Christofferson. We've said her name a ton here tonight. Leading the Hawks so far in kills, getting close to that double-digit category. Service on the way for Sidney Schwayen. Goes across. Trying to get the dump kill over was Soini. Covering was nice by Schwayen. This one outside blocked at the net after the hit by Bakun. This one comes to the middle. Dumps, and that's going to be a tip kill. Livingston able to get that one. Nice placement there by Ella. And Horace right now on a little bit of a run. 4 straight points by the Horace Hawks. It's now 15-8. Schwayen back on to serve. This one comes tight to the net. McIntosh is there one-on-one, delivers an absolute rocket, but Sommerfeld able to get the dig. Good job by Christofferson to keep it over after her hit was blocked. This one across, and Ruby is going to get her particular first kill. The 5'7" junior getting an opportunity to get some playing time here in this third set. The Packers now doubling up the Horace Hawks here in set number 3. Service on the way. Sway into the middle, one-on-one. There was a deflection in the back, they're going to say. So Livingston was saying the point's going to be awarded to West Fargo Horace. Livingston will earn the kill, and it was called right away. Very similar to the second set, where it would have been 4-2 Hawks. Instead, it was 3-3 after a controversial call. If you're a Horace fan, maybe you're a Packer fan, a little controversial call this time, but the same thing. The officials who made the calls on the back end line made them immediately and didn't wait around. 16-9 now. Horace trailing it by 7. Block at the net. Good job by the Packers to get it over, and as they do, the hustle here by West Fargo and Zepeda on the second hit. You're trying to get it close to Soini to have a chance to just bump it over on the third. Instead, gets it right over on the third. Horace thought there was going to be no one at the net, and coming up, they hit it right into the top of the net, and 17-9 now for West Fargo with the lead. Trying to earn the series sweep and get to, or this 3-set sweep. Back set on the way. That's going to be in there for the point for West Fargo Horace on the kill. It's going to be Livingston on that one. It's now, they're going to say that one was out of play, so no point there by Horace. And that time they're going to have a over-the-net violation here on the Packers, so now it's 18-10. Service by Alyssa Sommerfeld, the 5'10" sophomore libero, here on to serve. Sommerfeld comes to the net. One gets across. This one comes to the middle. Dug out nicely by Sommerfeld. This one going to get tipped over. As Fargo Horace, back set on the way, into the net, and a point for the Hawks. 18-11 Packers. Still to come on our post-game show, if we get a 3-set sweep, we'll get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, also get to our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. That's all still to come on our post-game show, brought to you in part by our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. Get your car wash before Labor Day weekend and make it shine at Tommy's Express. Blocked at the net. Point upcoming here for the Hawks. Christofferson, that was with Helby. And now all of a sudden the Hawks just climb their way back here, down 18-12. Kind of smells a little bit what we had in the last set, where West Fargo got up by double digits and Horace made them work for it late. Horace trying to do the same thing here, but would like to finish it off and get a set win. They'll get it over on the third with Halverson. Horace will see where they go. They go to the middle, and nice placement. The rainbow throwing darts to the back left corner is Jaden Hale. It just felt like, was it going to have a lot, or was there going to be an opportunity to come out and just find the back left corner? And tell you what, you were playing some darts. I don't know if you could have got anything better there with a bullseye with Hale on that one, back left corner. Soini to the middle. This one going to get at the net and in for the kill. Grace Weary off the block. And now she's got a kill in every set here for West Fargo. 19-13 Packers here of the Hawks. Service on the way by Allie Halverson. This one goes to the back right corner. West Fargo sets it. This one into the net for Horace. And now it's 20-13. Packers can put this one away. A contest that started just over an hour ago. We're 62 minutes into this EDC volleyball match. A running jump serve. Dug out. This one going to be tight at the net. Trying to get there was Schwayen, unable to do so. And West Fargo now 4 points away from putting this game to bed. Substitution here for the Hawks. as Bartunek, Noel, the 5'7" sophomore, will check in. Bartunek getting her minutes here in this third set. Schwayen, back set. This one over on the third on the hit there by Bakun. As Fargo able to get it over on their third with Peterson. Back to Bakun, the outside, hits one into the net. And West Fargo now leads it 22-13. Make sure you go to yourliveevent.com. That's yourliveevent.com for complete high school coverage throughout the season. It's free on demand and to watch as well. Just subscribe on YouTube by searching Your Live Event. Here comes West Fargo Horace at the net, trying to get it to the newly uncertain Bartunek. That one hits into it, and now it's 23-13. Service here for West Fargo on the way. Allie Halverson, the 5'6" senior. Back left corner there is Sommerfeld for the dig. This one comes to the attack via Kuski after the hit by Bakun. Halverson gets this one over on the third, and really nice placement. Sommerfeld thought that there was not much real estate behind her and said the ball just comes and drops, and Allie gets the kill and the point. And now it's 24-13. Match point here for West Fargo. Halverson to serve. Schwayen sets. This one tip blocked at the net, and the block kill, and that'll be it as Grace Weary puts the finishing touches on this one. 25-13 in the third set. So West Fargo takes it 25-18, 25-19, and 25-13. West Fargo wins 3-0 here, and doing so, they improve on the season now to 4-5 overall, and they are 1-1 in conference play. For the West Fargo Horace Hawks, they dropped to 3-5 overall on the season and 1-1 in conference play. Stay tuned to our post-game show brought to you in part by our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash. We'll get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and RDK Enterprises Precision Play. That's all still to come. It's CDC Volleyball on your live event.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
As an American family agent, I look out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Chris Heisey. Visit me online at chrisheisey.com. These days, everyone wants to save money. I can show you how easy it is by having multiple policies. By combining your auto and homeowner's insurance, I can put some change back into your pocket. My website again is chrisheisey.com. I want to be your American family agent.
American Family Insurance.
Well, a volleyball match that takes just over an hour, 63 minutes on the dot here. Started at 7:29, ends up at 8:32 here tonight in a three-set sweep for the West Fargo Packers. It's now time to get to our post-game show, brought to you in part by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Love your ride at Tommy's Express Car Wash. Sign up in the app on Google Play or on the App Store for your first month of limited washing and make Tommy's Express Car Wash part of your clean routine. Tommy's Express, with 2 locations in Fargo, got a couple in Minnesota as well with Moorhead. They've got the tools and the expertise to keep your car clean inside and out at Tommy's Express Car Wash. Let's take a look at the final in this one again. 25-18, 25-19, and 25-13 West Fargo. According to our stats, the Packers with 6 aces tonight, 2 by Peterson, 2 as well on the way by Cepeda, 1 by Fiakuski, and 1 by Soini. West Fargo is led by the double digits in kills by Peterson and Halverson. A really nice night for Soini in terms of the assists and a lot of digs by Fiakuski, and Ellie McIntosh just continues to get a little bit better here as a freshman in every particular contest. On the opposite side for West Fargo Horace, the one particular player that really stood out throughout the particular contest here for West Fargo Horace was Jordan Christofferson, just a 5'9" 8th grader, but with some monster hops. Her and her sister as well. Kelby, the older one at 6 foot, a freshman, had a couple of nice games. West Fargo Horace rotating a couple of setters throughout the evening. A pretty good play by the libero overall by Summerfield, but the one thing for West Fargo Horace, they will have to find ways to have just a little bit better of passes as this season continues to move on. Summerfield also had an ace here tonight for West Fargo Horace. Early in set number 1, back and forth. West Fargo got up 12-7, never looked back. Same thing in set number 2, tied at 3. West Fargo got up 9-3. Never really got a lot closer than about 4 points. And same in set number 3. West Fargo got up 10-3, and they ended up winning 25-13. So that's a look again at this one on our Tommy's Express Car Wash. When we come back after this, we'll put a bow on this one, get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game, and more. That's all still to come here on your live event.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
As we continue here on our Tommy's Express Car Wash, let's get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game in this one. And there's a couple of players that you can choose from here for our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, Energy for Life. Learn more at Enbridge.com. That's Enbridge.com for career opportunities. If you're West Fargo, the player that just got things going again on the outside for the Packers was Allie Halverson, the 5'6" senior. And very quiet nights, but productive nights for Raina Fiakuski, which you want her to be quiet because she's doing her job. And same thing for the setter in Soini, Olivia, the senior, at 5'5", productive nights for their respective positions and what they're expected to do on the floor for West Fargo. For West Fargo Horace, again, Jordan Christofferson was the one that really shined from start to finish for the Hawks. The Hawks are playing well at the net early on, and that kind of faltered a little bit as the game moved along. But Jordan Christofferson had herself a really good night. Those are our Enbridge Energy players of the game. Our RDK Enterprises Precision play of the game comes in the second set when that happened. A sprawling attempt by Soini, and then there was a kick that actually happened by Fiakuski, but West Fargo Horace ran into the net, but they kept playing, and they got the point over. So that is our RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game. Just the sprawling attempt from the back row at that particular time with Soini and Fiakuski just to continue to work and find ways to keep things alive. And that's what you're asked to do on the back line. Keep the rally going, keep moving forward as best you can. If you can do that, you can find yourself in good opportunities. RDK Enterprises in that second set with Soini and Fiakuski is our RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game. RDK Enterprises wishes everyone out in the field a safe harvest, and they thank you for your business. Go online to planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com for more information on RDK Enterprises. Still going on your live event right now. Some high school football in Minnesota, North Dakota, some more high school volleyball as well. So go to yourliveevent.com and check out everything. Make sure you patronize our sponsors. Without them, we would not be able to be here. Let's take a look at what's coming up next for both of these clubs. For the West Fargo Horace Hawks, coming up a week from today, they're at Fargo South, but before that on Tuesday, home to Fargo Davies. So Horace will play the Eagles of Davies on Tuesday at home, then at Fargo South on September the 8th. On the flip side, for the West Fargo Packers, their next couple of games next week, they'll be on the road at Valley City, then home to Fargo Shanley a week from today. Again, go to yourliveevent.com for the complete coverage of EDC volleyball and high school football throughout the season. Again, go to yourliveevent.com and subscribe on our YouTube page. Again, the combination of Peterson, the combination alongside with Halverson, just too much tonight for the West Fargo Horace Hawks. West Fargo Horace, again, no seniors. This is a team that's going to continue to build and learn throughout this season. And we'll see if Coach Hadley Steffen can get that team primed for an EDC volleyball run for the first time in program history. On the opposite side for West Fargo, hey, they've been there. They've done that. They've been in a championship game. They played for third last season. Now it's about new faces in new roles, and can you continue that tradition moving forward here throughout the 2022 campaign? On behalf of everybody here at West Fargo, specific thanks to Adam Polcheski, the boys basketball coach, for helping us get everything set up here tonight with some of the new features inside the West Fargo gym. On behalf of everybody with Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting and Reggie Funk, our cameraman, I'm Chase Miller, repeating tonight's final from West Fargo. 25-18, 25-19, 25-13. West Fargo earns the series sweep over the West Fargo Horace in the first ever meeting at the varsity level in program history for both teams. Have a great rest of your night. Make sure you get ready for some more high school football action. That'll be tomorrow on your live event. On behalf of Reggie, I'm Chase. Good night from West Fargo.